Today we're talking about a new supplement called Lumity and forehead fillers. Anyone? Hello TLCers. So I am sat here today with Lumity. It's a new supplement brand which I had never heard of until very recently, and then before I knew it, it was all over Instagram. People were talking about it and I thought, I gotta get myself some of that. I gotta try that, find out what the buzz is about. And what is the buzz about? Well, first of all, I have to tell you, it comes in an amazing box, which I do not have here. I'm so sorry. It was massive, like this sort of size, really plush cardboard, lovely printing on the outside, really quite stunning. And then inside, you've got these two, what are they, bottles? Yeah, let's call them bottles. They're plastic, they're bottles. One is for the morning and then one is for nighttime. And basically, it's just supplements. So what's so great about Lumity in comparison with other brands? Well, it depends. Daytime, it's got things that you might need during the day. Let me just have a look at the back of this one right here. So it contains vitamin A, D3, E, C, some trace elements like magnesium, zinc, selenium, iodine, coenzyme Q10. That's quite interesting. It's got some turmeric in it, which is obviously a great antioxidant. Turmeric is really doing the rounds at the moment as being something to have. Please check out my turmeric latte video if you haven't seen it already. And then nighttime, we've got flaxseed oil, L-glutamine, arginine, bunch of amino acids. So I can see why they've split it up like that. They've basically put the amino acids in the nighttime so that it's, well, they're for repair, and then the daytime contains antioxidants, presumably because one is outside in the sun, getting UV radiation. So actually I quite like that. I quite like the way that they've split it between the two. The RRP on this, I did find it a little bit on the pricey side, I will not lie, but then they do have Helena Christensen, who is representing their brand, so I guess they've got to pay her somehow. Did I feel better after using Lumity? I've only been using it a short amount of time, so I cannot really say for 100%. I do like what's in it. I like what's in it a lot. I think that the fact that they've got these amino acids in there, it makes a lot of sense. And I like the way that they've split it up morning and nighttime. So I'm going to keep on with this, keep at it, and see whether or not I see much of a difference. I have to say, I have a good friend of mine who recommended the brand originally, Nadine Baggett, and she raves about it, like absolutely raves about Lumity. So if it's good enough for Nadine, it's probably good enough for me as well. So next section, let's talk about forehead fillers. So we've got our lovely patient here who, let me just give you a bit of background information. I've been seeing this lady for some time now, and she's been somebody that I have treated a lot. You know, when people say, oh, I don't want to have filler done, it's going to look too obvious, or, oh, I don't want my friends to know, I don't want my husband to know, nobody can know that I possibly am aging like any normal human being is. It must be a secret that I keep to myself. Well, she's actually had a whole bunch of stuff done. So I've actually lost count of the number of procedures we have performed for this lady. But you can see she just looks like totally normal, very, very natural. I'm sure that nobody is going to be stopping her in the street going, you, madam, you've definitely had some work done. If anything, they will be stopping her in the street going, wow, you're looking like a hottie there. You're single. Anyway, one area that we haven't yet treated for her is the old forehead. So you can see she's got this lovely cheekbone, lovely light reflecting from the cheekbone, a little bit of hollowness underneath there. Everything's looking great, but something that does jump out at me a little bit, maybe because I'm a bit over observant about these things, who knows, is the upper part of the face. It's just looking too flat. We need to give it a bit of a curve. because having a curve in the forehead makes you look a lot more, well, it makes you look healthy, and it really brings out, I guess it makes your skin look almost luminescent and glowing because it changes the light refractive properties of the skin. And actually, by the way, that is a treatment that this lady has had done a few times. We've used TSL Redensity 1, which is a type of injectable moisturizer, and also Profilo as well for her a number of times to get this lovely glowing skin boost that you see right there. So she's not just coming in off the street with skin that looks like that. This is something that she's had to work at, like we all do. So let's go over and have a look at how the treatment is done. So you see that we are using a cannula here to deposit some dermal filler directly underneath the muscle there. And what that's doing is just creating a bit more contour to the forehead. Okay, let's have a look at this half and half. You can see that now we've done one side and not the other. And then voila, your final results. So these were taken on the same day, as I'm sure you can see. She just has a bit more of a softer expression in the after. It's almost imperceptible, as a lot of these treatments are and should be. So you see, it just changes her eyebrow position slightly. Have a look at her eyebrow position. You see that it's very slightly raised here. You see the eyebrow position there is very slightly raised on each side. And this is where we placed the bulk of the material, was right in the center there. And it's just, come on, have a look. See the two sides. Do you not agree that she just looks a bit more rested and healthy on the right hand image than the left? I challenge you. Okay, so that's all we've got time for this week. If you've ever tried Lumity and you liked it, let us know in the comments below. If you've ever tried forehead filler or you're thinking about trying it, let me know about that as well. I'll see you guys again next week. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.